Halito Ankana, Sahochifoya Brian Oaster, Alipet High Country News. Whatever happened to cloning? Did it ever become a thing after Dolly the sheep? Turns out it did, and cloning is now playing a role in conservation. Follow Lawrence Lenhart on a trip through San Diego's frozen zoo where the cells of over 10,000 animals share space in a cryogenic vat, making it, in a sense, one of the most biodiverse spots on the planet. Scientists have cloned the North American black-footed ferret in an effort to bring the species out of a genetic bottleneck. Throughout this jaunty feature, we also meet a cloning technician for rich people's dead pets, the last two white rhinos on Earth, and Jeff Goldblum tweeting about the ethics of de-extinction. Historian Robert Lee was scrolling through microfilm at Cambridge University when he stumbled across a lost map hand-drawn by William Clark. You may not have heard of William Clark, but he was one of the helpless wards that York and Sacagawea chaperoned to the West Coast in 1806. The lost map shows how Clark reinterpreted a treaty and manipulated the law to rob the Sauk, Meskwaki, and Iowa people of over 10 million acres where they held legal title. I wanted to know how often this kind of manipulation happened, so I called up a native professor of law, Matthew Fletcher, at the University of Michigan. He was basically like, that's what happened with every treaty. Okay, easiest interview ever, and now we know what an aggressive colonizer Clark really was. We basically live in cyberspace these days, but all our internet use does require servers, which are just big computers, and they do have to go somewhere, and they use a lot of energy. 73 billion kilowatt hours per year is the current estimate of how much energy it takes to power the US's data centers. That's enough to power 6.7 million households per year, plus the water to keep the processors cool. Nobody knows how much that is because Google won't tell us. And that's not even to mention power-guzzling cryptocurrency. This is all a reminder that our digital lives do not exist in abstract space. They have real-world environmental impacts. Jonathan Thompson brings us the facts and figures with data visualizations by HCN's Luna Anna Archie. Our print edition should be hitting your mailboxes right about now, and it's got a beautifully illustrated package on the Colorado River, so don't miss that as well. I'm Brian Oaster, and now you know the West. Chipis la chiki.